Hey you guys, and welcome to episode 5 of The Haven at Home. So today we're going to be talking about walking on water and trust and what that looks like in our lives now. So you're going to head off to the lesson and I'll see you there. Okay, today our lesson is going to be a little bit about trust and a little bit about faith. So first, I want you to think of one person that you trust. Do you have them picked out? Okay, so what makes you trust this person? Did you trust them when you first met him, or did things grow? Or what are the things that you trust this person with? So think about these questions and get back to me. So I trust my friends because I know them. They've proven to be trustworthy. I know I can tell them the important things in my life, and I know they won't laugh at me too much if I do something embarrassing. And that is because I know that they care about me. We all trust different people with different things, and some people we may not trust at all, and that's perfectly fine. Usually trust comes with time and proving that we are looking out for the best interests of the other person. So tell me what you would think if a friend of yours told you that you could walk on water. That would be kind of hard to trust somebody that said you could do that, right? That sounds pretty crazy. Well, our Bible lesson today is going to roughly resemble that in a sense. But before, I think we should test to see if some things will float before we try to get a human to do it. Alright guys, welcome to Will It Sink or Will It Float? So what we're going to be doing is testing out some various objects that I have here today to see whether they'll float or sink. And you guys have to make sure you guess before each one. So the things we're going to be testing are this K-cup right here, this candle, and finally this jar of peanut butter. Alright, so now we're going to head to the water tank to test these out. Alright guys, welcome to the water tank. So first, we're going to be testing the K-cup. So right now, pause the video and let me know if you think that it will sink or float. Okay, so now we're going to test it. Ooh, it floats. If you guessed floats, you're right. Let's move on to the next item. This candle here, do you think that it will sink or it will float? Pause the video and let me know. Alright, let's try it here, fellas and ladies. Oh no, it does not float. How unfortunate. Smells good though. And then finally, let's test this peanut butter jar right here. Alright, ready? Oh, it floats. How cool. Alrighty, so now we're going to head over to the Bible corner to get our lesson. See you there. Alright guys, welcome to the Bible corner. We are indoors today because it is a little chilly outside. So we're going to do the Bible story inside. So the one we're going to turn to is one day after Jesus had a long day with the disciples. Actually, it was the day that he fed the 5,000 people. So it was a long day. And he asked the disciples to get in the boat and go ahead of him because Jesus wanted to pray all by himself. So when he finished very early in the morning, he realized the boat was super far away because it had been floating in the wind and the waves. So Jesus began to walk across the water to the disciples. And now the disciples were pretty shocked by this, and they even thought it was a ghost at the beginning. And they cried out from fear. But Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Cheer up, it's just me, do not be afraid." Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, tell me to come walk on the water." Jesus said, "Come." And Peter went down from the boat and walked on the waters to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was strong, he was afraid, and he began to sink. He cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and took hold of him. So I think there's a lot we can learn from this story. Like that sometimes when life gets full of waves and winds, we lose track of what's important and take our focus off of God and the work that he's doing all around us. I think this story serves a reminder of two big things. The first is that we should try to keep our focus on God when things get difficult, like staying inside or being with your crazy family for a long time, or sinking in a sea like Peter was. And also, Peter gives us a very clear reminder that God is there for us and will reach out a hand even when we don't keep our eyes on him and we become worried about worldly things. This is a beautiful thing that we can trust God and that he's always here for us. So now, see you in our next section. Alright, hey guys, so for our craft today, we're going to be making these sweet little boats. And all you're going to need for that is one sheet of paper per boat and some colored pencils to decorate and make it awesome at the end. So we're going to provide you an example and some instructions on how to do that right now. Awesome, you all. So as you can see, our boats do float in water for a short period of time because they will get wet quite quickly. So now we're going to pass it over to Caitlin for our music minute, and we'll see you all in a little bit.
Hey guys, today for music I have my special guests here with me again, Tony and Jana, and we're going to learn a little song. It's called Cast Your Burdens. So we're all sort of struggling with something at this time, right? Being at home. So we're going to cast our burdens or our problems or stuff we're having a hard time with onto Jesus. And that's what the song says. So we're going to teach you the motions first, okay? So it's going to be cast your burdens, just like you're casting a fishing pole, onto Jesus, and point up to the sky, for he cares for you. And you're going to do that again. Cast your burdens onto Jesus, for he cares for you. And then you're going to sing higher, 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 lifting Jesus higher. Then you're going to go lower, 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 stomping Satan lower. All right, so let's try it real slow, all right? Cast your burdens onto Jesus, for he cares for you. Cast your burdens onto Jesus, for he cares for you. Higher, 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 lifting Jesus higher. Lower, 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 stomping Satan lower. Good. All right, now try to do it with us. Try to sing along, okay? Cast your burdens onto Jesus, for he cares for you. Cast your burdens onto Jesus, for he cares for you. Higher, 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 lifting Jesus higher. Lower, 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 stomping Satan lower. All right, good job, you guys. We'll do more of this next week. Thank you. Bye.
Hello kids, I hope you're having a safe and wonderful break. Today at REC we're going to be playing two games. The first game, you're going to need your parents. So the first game is called blindfold drawing. So what you do is, you're the student, needs to put on a blindfold. And what your parents are going to do is they're going to call out a shape or an object or whatever, and whatever they call out, you have to draw. And that's called blindfold drawing. So for example, if I was the kid and you put a blindfold on me, and then my mom or dad calls out a square, I would draw a square. All right, we're back. I hope you had fun in that game, and if not, there's another fun game we're going to play. This one, you will also need your parents' help. This one is called rope line. So again, the student, all you'll need is a blindfold. So go ahead and put the blindfold on. And what your parents are going to do is outside or wherever, you're going to need about 5 meters of rope, straight rope. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay that rope out on your grass. And what you're going to have to do is, with the help of your parents beside you, with your blindfold on, you're going to walk along the rope without being able to see because you have your blindfold on. But your parents can help you to make sure you don't fall so they can stay on either side of you. Thank you for joining me in REC today.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Haven at Home. We had an awesome activity, some awesome games, and a great lesson. So we'll look forward to seeing you back on Saturday, and have a great time.